They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Second down and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. The Eagles now at 2-5 to start play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Here we go, sack. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Barkley, toss play left. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You look at this Cowboy defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 19. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on first down. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
On the set. Go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
3rd down and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one too low. You look at this Cowboy defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The toss out to Barkley. To about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 41, here's second down and 7.
Let's go. 79.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Ready? Let's go now.
Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Ed Oliver that time the one to get in there and bring him down. The Eagles send out their punter now. Standing just about on his own goal line. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready, let's go.
Running left, Mason. Now loose football. The ball comes out. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. Here's a 2nd and 7. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
18, come, here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
60 license, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
The 2nd down pass. Complete to number 15. A gain of 2. Makes it 3rd and 11.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Ready?
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the 1st half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
19, charge.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It's taken to the 26. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And they will take over first and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Straight ahead, here's Mason to the 27-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Second down and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's third and 3.
Brings up third and 3.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Come on, set. Head to 60, head to 60.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Intercepted by Nolan Smith.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completes this one to Pickens. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll audible to something else. 2nd and 4. Finding Pickens for another catch. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mason going to get it on 1st down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Let's go.
Now he'll tuck this and run. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
On the set. Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Check. Ready?
On the give, it's Mason. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Ready? Go.
Into the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got room to roam. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Saquon Barkley running. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. They'll hand it to Mason. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has a 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on 2nd down.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So on fourth down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. We've given you a little bit of a spark. What are you going to do with it?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The 33-yard line.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground, here comes Mason. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Open man is Higgins. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Ready. Rock roll 80. Let's go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's a give up the middle. Shoves him aside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run here with Mason. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Got it. Ready.
Here's second and 10.
Come on. Set. 68. Huh.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here now a third down and 8.
Set up. Ready.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Okay. Break.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Ready.
You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, He committed to it and ran. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Back to throw here.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Now back to throw. That is caught. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back in the... '29. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll set up to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is caught.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Bigsby looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Eagles 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And they take a knee.
Back to 60, back to 60. Check go.
And they will take a knee here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
And this win was impressive, Charles. And look, they were honest with us this week. They had this game circled.